Jamie Vardy, a legend, an icon, and a footballing story that is completely unrivaled. From the depths of non-league to a Premier League champion, all within just 4 short years. And today, we're going to try and replicate his story from underdog to top dog. And the player we'll be using is a Mr. Josh Woods from Accrington Stanley. He's 57 rated, only has 62 potential, and he is 24 years of age. It's going to be a serious struggle to turn this player from the bottom of the pyramid into an absolute Premier League great, but we're going to do everything we can to make that happen. So jumping into the save, the first thing we've done is moved all of the teams around. Anyone that looks like they're getting promoted or relegated, we've sorted in this save. So we're now taking over Leicester in the Championship, and we're releasing Vardy as well, as he has said his goodbyes, and it will be his final season for the club. And so we went and picked up Josh Woods. We paid £1 million to Accrington Stanley, just like Leicester did to Fleetwood all those years ago, and now it puts us on the start process of turning this guy into Jamie Vardy. So now that he's a player, the first port of call is making him look like Jamie Vardy. To be Jamie Vardy, you've got to look like Jamie Vardy. So we picked up the undershirt, we've got the wrist tape, we've got the Adidas crazy fast boots, and then of course on top of that, that nice tight shirt to really give it that Vardy style. And now he looks absolutely perfect and is ready to go and smash the Championship. Now this is what we're working with. He does have 77 pace, but apart from that, everything else is pretty weak. Jamie Vardy was a raw talent when he was picked up from Fleetwood, so it gives us that same sort of journey and allows us to really build him into the perfect striker that we need in this save. But we did dabble in the market just to strengthen us a little bit. Main outgoings this season were definitely Connor Cody, Patson Daka and Ricardo Pereira, but we brought in Chris Shea as a backup striker from Wigan for 500k. Tyler Goodrum has come in from Oxford for 3 million to cover our wing position, and we're giving Alex Robertson a second chance in the Championship after Cardiff were relegated, a £4 million deal for the central attacking midfielder, and that concludes our business in the summer. And so this is the team going into the first season. There's a lot of good talent in there, but Woods being 58 rated is going to be a serious task to turn round. Now in season 1, the Ballon d'Or went to Haaland. It always does, this isn't a surprise, but the one question I'm asking myself right now is, how close can we get Josh Woods to being a Ballon d'Or winner? I'm very interested to find the answer. And we've absolutely smashed in the lead, 6th right now, 39 points, some way off the league leaders in Birmingham. That's crazy in their first year back to the Championship, but we're absolutely smashing it. Can we keep this going and get ourselves in the playoffs this season? And despite his rating, Josh Woods has smashed it. 13 goals in the league so far, 18 in total since he's arrived. Very happy with that outcome. This guy is overperforming massively right now. I mean, if he keeps this up, we just won't even notice his rating for some reason. Although he's so low rated, he's just banging in goals. Can he keep that up though in the second half of the season? Now, during this winter period, we did get rid of Wout Faes. He went to Brighton for 4.8 million. He didn't want to be here anymore. And we strengthened with a serious upgrade in Jacob Greaves from Ipswich, a £17 million signing. He should really strengthen us at the back going forward. And after that, the team looks like this. It's definitely good enough to go to the playoffs, but the problem is, if Woods' form drops, we will drop down the league. Hopefully, that doesn't happen. And so here it is. Exactly what we said would happen has happened. I don't know whether it's Woods' fault or not, but it's 56 points by the end of the year. We've dropped off massively, and we are only 6 points off relegation in the end. This season has actually been extremely poor. We still have exceptional players in every other position, and the fact we're finished here is a massive underachievement. And so the top scorer award goes to Alfie May and Borja Sainz, as they picked up 23 each, an incredible season for them both. But the real painful thing to see here is that Josh Woods isn't involved. Considering he had 13 goals in the first half of the season, means he scored no more than 3 in the second half, so that's a major drop-off and really difficult to see. The top assist leaders are Hadji Wright and Josh Sargent, as they pick up 11 each. Nice to see El Canouse not far behind. He had a great year with 9 assists for the season. And then the Golden Glove goes to Peacock Farrell, who picked up 17 clean sheets. Really difficult to not see Hermansen here, considering he's meant to be one of the league's best. We definitely need to see better output next season in all areas if we're going to improve. And here he is, 14 goals in the league, means he picked just one extra up since our last update. Only one in all competitions, in fact. That is a serious drop-off. We need him to do more if he's going to come and take over Vardy's mantle. But this is now how he currently looks. We are seeing progress, a lot better shooting, the dribbling has improved, pace has gone up a little bit. It's a real shame that he hasn't done so well this year, but 61 rated means he's gone up 4, and I think he's done enough to activate some dynamic potential, so hopefully he can skyrocket next year and have an even better campaign. Here is to hoping, because these years are absolutely pivotal if he has any chance of replicating the story of Jamie Vardy. So the final thing to do is look at all the other competitions. So Southampton and Luton went up automatically with Southampton as champions, and then it was actually Norwich that won the playoffs, beating Middlesbrough in the final, meaning both Ipswich and Birmingham didn't make it. In the Carabao Cup, Newcastle upset City 3-2 to take home a new trophy for them, and Cardiff upset Manchester United 1-0, which is even more insane when I tell you that Cardiff are now in the 3rd division. What a story that is. One of the biggest upsets in the FA Cup for sure. But finally, it's the UEFA competition, so Barcelona beat Liverpool 2-1 to win the Champions League, Athletic Bilbao beat Sociedad 2-1 to win the Europa League, and Chelsea smashed Legia Warsaw 4-0 in the final to win the Conference League. Now that marks the end of a new season. It wasn't a fantastic season by any means, but it's a starting block. It's the foundation. Now we take it further. Can we turn Josh Woods into a superstar? And can we finally get ourselves back into the Premier League? Now we've got season 2 underway. The main outgoings were definitely Sumare, Winks and Koulibaly in this window, and then we picked up some new additions. So Reed is coming at right back for £8 million. Keita has come in as a holding midfielder for £12 million. Fernandez Pardo comes in for £15 million. He looks a serious talent. I'll replace Mavadidi on the wing. And Varane has come in for £5 million from QPR, a really nice rotational holding midfielder that will just grow with the team. Now, in other news, Vinny wins the Ballon d'Or once again. He always wins them in the second season he saves, so this is by no means a surprise. But back to Leicester and Woods. We've jumped forward now to the halfway stage to see how we're getting on, and we're doing pretty well. We're up there with Birmingham again. They're really performing right now, but as Everton and Nottingham Forest running the show is to be expected, those teams, the fact that they actually got relegated is crazy. We're right in the thick of it now. Can we do what we need and get ourselves back to the Premier League in this incredible campaign? And Josh Woods is smashing it. 21 goals, 16 in the league and 5 in the Carabao Cup. He's absolutely on fire. Can he sustain this though? He dropped off in the second half of the year last time round. If he can keep this up, we have a major chance at playoffs this season. Now, if you look at this, we've already had his development schedule email. He's not growing anymore, but he is at 64 rated. So it's all about getting as many goals as possible to activate some dynamic potential so we can continue this growth path and make sure he starts to reach those levels that Vardy did. And so after a quiet January and a half a season to work on our player ratings, this is how our group looks as a whole. It really looks strong. It looks Premier League ready, but for now, it looks like this. It looks very good, and now we have a second half of the season to go and attack. Can we make playoffs? I really hope so. And jumping straight to it, it looks fantastic. Really well done to reach 3rd. We've made the playoffs, nearly even made automatic promotion, but we will be up against Coventry and then either West Brom or Birmingham City to try and book our place in the Premier League. And we've won against West Brom 2-1, and if you look here, Woods was absolutely pivotal. He was unbelievable as he played a 1-2 and found the bottom corner within 2 minutes of the playoff final. A beautiful finish, and he upped it even further as the ball came into the box. It was nodded down, but it was found in the middle. A touch and finish on the turn with his weak foot sealed it. No other action was to be had, and that means Leicester City are Premier League, and that's a huge way to win the playoffs. And look here, what a season he had. 39 goals and an assist, 25 in the league, 5 in the Carabao Cup, 4 in the FA Cup, 3 in the playoffs. This guy was electric. This will surely activate some serious dynamic potential potential and give him a chance to grow massively into next season, which we definitely need. And he done really well against the league's best. Joint second for top scorer. Chris Wood did take the award away, but 25 goals is fantastic. Bilal Al-Khanous done really well to take away the top assist award, joint with Morgan Gibbs-White with 10 for the season. That's a huge output. And the goalkeepers, Peacock Farrell, Milinkovic-Savic and Hermansen, all smashed it this season to take away the Golden Glove award. 16 clean sheets. That's absolutely crazy. Now, just to look at all the other competitions, Chelsea beat Wolves 4-3 in the final to win the Carabao Cup this season. Spurs upset Man City with a 3-2 win to take home the FA Cup this year round. Liverpool outplayed Arsenal 2-1 in the final to take away the Champions League this year. After an emphatic final, Inter Milan win 3-3 and take it on penalties as they win the Europa League. And West Ham beat Sparta Praha 3-2 in the Conference League, but that marks the end of another exciting season. It really was an incredible season as we got promotion back to the Premier League, but now it's all about, can we grow Woods and survive in the Premier League at the same time? I really hope so, but next year is going to be chaos. So moving into season 3, the transfers went like this. We got Ndidi out and Skip out. They were just not going to grow anymore, so we needed to replace them with younger options. And we've done that using Vermeeren from Leipzig for £40 million, and then Stefan Bacecic for 12 million, and he's coming from Liverpool. And when you look at this squad, it's actually unbelievable. So Premier League ready, so ready to go and do the work this season. Woods hopefully can feed off some of the supply from all of these talented players and pick up some goals, because he really needs to continue this growth right now. 65 just isn't going to cut it. And look here, 8th in the table, around halfway through. We're just a couple of points away from 12th and even 3 points away from 5th. So it could be going either way right now, but we're in the pack. We're Premier League ready. We are doing so well this season. And when you look at this, this is incredible. 18 goals already. 16 in the league, 2 in the FA Cup. He's absolutely destroying it, and he's gone up 3 ratings already this season. He's doing so well for us. This is exactly what we need. Can he keep this up in the second half of the season? He must be getting insane service from the players behind him, because this is crazy. And we are doing so well. We have grown into a top Premier League team, 9th in the table, top half of the table. 55 points in our first year back. This is unbelievable. What a return, and Woods is definitely helping us there. And then Woods, 26 league goals this year, 30 overall. He smashed it again. He is unbelievable. I can't believe how good this guy is. What an absolute star. And look at it, he's finished second in the top scorer chart, only behind Donyell Marlon. What a season for Josh Woods once again. Curtis Jones came away with the top assist award when he finished with 12 for Liverpool this season. And Mads Hermansen picks up the Golden Glove award, finishing with 11 this season. No wonder we finished so high, with our players performing so well. And so the final thing to do, Liverpool win the league, absolutely smashing everyone this season. They ran away with it. The Carabao Cup went to Man City after they beat Arsenal 2-0. The FA Cup went to Villa after they beat Spurs this year. That's a little bit of an upset. And with the UEFA competitions, Barca won 2-0 against PSG to win the Champions League. Bayern beat Benfica 4-3 to win the Europa League. And Bologna beat Rangers 2-1 to win the Conference League. So season 3 was a complete success. We solidified ourselves as a Premier League team. Now it's all about going for Champions League and European football. Can we get into any of that next season? That will be exciting. Now, going into this season, there was one main outgoing. That was Steffi Maradidi. He went to Fulham, but we picked up 2 new huge additions. So Romain Esse comes in to replace him from Palace for 15 million. And then we bring in a new starting centre-back from Newcastle, a serious addition for 38 million pounds. And we have Lenny Yoro coming in to really add strength and depth to our team. Hopefully that gives us the foundation to do something special this year. And in 2027 we have a new Ballon d'Or winner in Rodrigo. He's absolutely smashed it. I don't see this one very often, so this is quite refreshing. Rodrigo, the winner. Real Madrid have another Ballon d'Or holder. And so far the boys are doing it. We're 8th We're only 13 points off top, which is not a goal for this season, but it's nice to know we're getting closer to that. And we're up there with big teams like United, Liverpool. We're right in contention. Can they keep this up in the second half of the season? Because so far, this has been an unbelievable start. And he's cooking right now. 19 again this season. He continues to smash it. 19 and 24 is a great output. And he's now 70 rated, so he continues to grow as well. Can we see that go up even more in the next couple of years? And so halfway through the season, some of the new players have really started to settle in. This is the team now. It looks unbelievable. We are ready to go for it now. We need European football this season. Let's go for it. Let's make that second half of the season push. And this is absolutely crazy. Yes, we finished 6th. Yes, we're probably in the Conference League, but I don't want to talk about us. Leeds United have won the Premier League. What is going on? It feels like they've completed the Leicester City story. This is something we need to take from them, but that's crazy. I've never seen anything like this. 76 points, Leeds United, champions of England. And Josh Woods has had the season of his career, 40 goals, 2 assists, smashing in the league with 31. We have made sure that all of our tactics are around supporting him, supplying opportunities, not being too attacking. We've made sure he's a one-man striker up top, so he's got all of the chances on the counter-attack. We've done everything we can to isolate him up top, and he is thriving. What a player, 71 rated, 40 goals. That is a season to remember. And of course, with a goal tally like that, he finishes as the top scorer. Haaland not too far behind, but Josh Woods has his first golden boot. The top assist leader went to Santiago Lopez for Arsenal. He picked up 11 assists this season, and the most clean sheets are shared between Alisson and Vicario as they share the golden glove. What an insane season for everyone. This has been crazy. And it just gets crazier as Josh Woods actually pulls away the Player of the Season award. What an incredible accolade. This guy continues to go from strength to strength. I actually can't believe how well he's doing. He's overperforming massively. What a legend. And now finally the other competition. So Man City beat Arsenal 1-0 to win the Carabao Cup this season. In the same fixture for the FA Cup, Man City came out on top again with a 2-0 result. The Champions League went the way of Barcelona as they beat Bayern 3-2 in the final. That's a quality final by the looks of it. The Europa League went to Bologna as they beat Shakhtar 3-1 in the Europa League. And Chelsea dominate the Conference League as they win 1-0 versus Roma, pulling home another European trophy, and that marks the end of another great season. We have finally got some European football, I believe. An incredible year for Woods. This is just getting better and better. Let's jump into Season 5 and see what's in store. So let's jump straight into Season 5. The main outgoings this year were definitely Suter, Justin and Jonathan Varane. We picked up some new additions. So Ryan Andrews is coming as a rotational right back for 10 million. Charlie Hughes has come in for 15 million from Millwall to cover our centre back spot on the bench. And then we brought in a new starting holding midfielder for 50 million pounds. Welcome Alexander Pavlovich from Bayern. A serious addition, and now the whole team looks incredible apart from Woods, but it doesn't really matter because he's performing incredibly. And so this is the team. We've given Woods as many opportunities, as much supply as possible, so hopefully he can perform and we can get a good result in Europe and really smash it in the league. I want it to be like 76 rated at least by the end of the season. Now in other news, the 2028 Ballon d'Or goes back to Real Madrid, but on the other wing, Vinny Jr. picks it up once again. He continues to dominate world football. Can someone take over his legacy? He's absolutely destroying this game. But back to Leicester and Woods. Here we are halfway through the season in 5th. We're in a really good spot, a lot better than we were last year. We have a chance to really push for Champions League football this year. Hopefully we can jump in there because we're doing so well at the moment. And Woods is doing incredibly as well. 16 in the league, 3 in the Europa League right now and 3 in the Carabao Cup. He is getting it done. 24 already this season. Can he continue with that going into the second half of the year? I really hope so. Already 73 rated, still looking for at least 75 or 76 by the end of the year. And we've also been in the Europa League this season, which we've done really well at. We're 10th at the moment, which currently means we're in the playoffs. We've actually done really well in the playoffs as we put aside Stuttgart 3-0 on aggregate, no goals conceded, another fantastic result. So happy we're smashing it right now. Can we do something special in Europe this season? And looking here at the end of the season for the league, we've finished in third, only 7 points off the title as well. We've absolutely smashed it this year. We're really starting to put something together, and this has come out perfectly. Third in the table, huge. We've beaten teams like Liverpool, Spurs and United. We've broken the mould. Now can we go and push for that major league title? Josh Woods has been incredible this season. 44 goals overall, 30 in the league, 3 in the Carabao Cup, 8 in the Europa League and 1 in the FA Cup. This guy continues to smash it. He is now 75 rated. Can we get him into the 80s next season? I really do hope so. He's going to be 29 next year though. He really is coming to the final years of growth in his career. And that sort of tally of goals is only going to make him the top scorer in the league. 30 goals for the year, the Golden Boot winner, and enough to make him player of the season for the second year in a row. We are doing everything we can to get this guy his flowers, but he's definitely playing his part. What a legend. Josh Woods continues to smash it. Loving it. This career is incredible. But back to the other league leaders, Harvey Elliott has won a top assist award for Fulham this season. And then Mads Hermansen has smashed it, winning the Golden Glove for us. He continues to be a pivotal part of our team. What a player he's turning into. Insane growth from the Dane. And so the final thing is to look at all the other competitions. Liverpool win the Carabao Cup after beating Leeds 2-1 in the final. Man City beat Brighton to win the FA Cup, a fairly easy result for them by the looks of it. The Champions League goes to Spurs as they beat AC Milan in the final 2-1. The Europa League goes to Dortmund after a 1-0 win versus Roma. And that was actually the team that knocked us out in the quarterfinals, 4-2 on aggregate. They destroyed us. And then finally, it's all about the Conference League. Athletic Bilbao win 3-1 versus Manchester United. They take home that final European trophy, and that marks the end of another incredible season. We've smashed it to get Champions League football. Woods is on a serious progression. What can we do next season? I am so excited to see what's in store. So coming into season 6, Woods is now 29. He's really in the peak of his career. We have got some big deals done as well. So Christiansen has actually left this season. Alves has left, and so has Goodrum. And then we've brought in a rotational left back. Mateo Del Blanco comes in, 26 million for the Argentinian. And then we've brought in a new star left back, Jarell Hatto from West Ham, for a big £100 million, 87 rated. He's going to be a serious addition for us. And so season 6, the squad looks like this. Woods is now 29. I think we can squeeze out a few more years of growth, maybe get him to over an 80. He won't quite be as good as Vardy was, but he's still doing an incredible journey, and still, I'm loving the story. Now in 2029, Erling Haaland brings it back, wins the Ballon d'Or after a few years away. He's back to being the best player in the world. It's actually quite nice to see, as long as Vinicius Jr. isn't winning it. And in the league table, we're doing incredibly again. We're top 4 right now. We're only 6 points off top. We're right up there. We're in the pack. Can we keep this up? Can we go for the title this season? And Woods is doing everything he can to get us there. 17 goals in the league, 3 in the Champions League, 23 overall season. He's now 77 rated. Is there any way we can get him to an 80 rated this year? That will give us the chance to reach the sort of heights that Vardy did by the end of this save. And in the Champions League, we've absolutely smashed it. 8 games, 7 wins, 21 points. First in the table, acing it here. Woods is doing it. The whole team is backing him up. I'm loving this right now. We are on a perfect journey. And we've jumped to the end of the season where we've won the title. We've finally won the Premier League. We still need to win the Champions League though. That's still on the agenda. But here we are, Leicester City, absolutely smashing it. This is what I love to see. And Josh Woods has aced it this year. 36 goals in the league, 46 overall in all competitions. He continues to grow. He's now 79 rated. He's an absolute baller. We are going to get him into the mid-80s, and I can't wait to see how good he's going to be. And with those numbers, there's no surprise that he's finished as the top scorer this season. He continues to smash it. His service is definitely unbelievable. And we're seeing that here. Fatawi was on the list with 11, but the top assist award does go to Cole Palmer, who picked up 16 assists this season. But Mads Hermansen continues to be an absolute hero for us. 14 14 clean sheets. He takes home the Golden Glove. Our defense is so solid. And so to wrap up season 6, let's just go through all the competitions. So Spurs win the Carabao Cup after beating Liverpool 3-2 in the final. Liverpool win the FA Cup after beating Southampton 3-1. PSG win the Champions League on penalties as they beat AC Milan in the final. We made the quarters in this one, and Athletic Bilbao were the ones to knock us out. Mallorca won the Europa League as they beat Villarreal 2-1 in an all-Spanish affair. And Tottenham pull home a Conference League win on penalties versus Bologna. That's the end of the season. Season 7's up next. What can we do in this one? I can't wait. Now in season 7, we got rid of just one real big player, which was Casey McAteer from the bench. We brought in 2 new rotation players. So Musa Sumano comes in for 12 million from Genk, and then also Cole Campbell comes in as a 40 million pound deal from Freiburg to offer us greater rotations on the wing. We now have a much stronger bench going forward this season. And so this is the team going into season 7. It's absolutely unbelievable. So strong all over. And now we have our main man, Josh Woods. He's 80 rated. He looks unbelievable. And I can't wait to see what he can do this season. Now in 2030, the Ballon d'Or ends up going back to Vinicius Jr. I'm not going to say I'm a hate watcher, but I do enjoy when he doesn't win it. So this is very upsetting. But something I can enjoy is where we're at the halfway stage. We're top of the table by a point. Only Arsenal and City trailing behind us there. We're in a really good spot 20 games in. We're doing fantastically this season once again. So many goals scored as well. Our team is operating at maximum efficiency. And look at Woods here, 81 rated, 8 goals already in the Champions League. So he's smashing it in that competition. But in the Premier League, he has dropped off a little bit. Still 13 goals is absolutely exceptional. So I'm not worried at all. By this time, usually he's at 16, 17 goals. Hopefully, he can reach those high levels once again. And we've absolutely smashed it in the Champions League. 7 wins, 1 draw, no losses, 22 points. That's a second season in a row that we've won the group stages. And a nice little side touch, we also won Manager of the Year in this save. Huge win for Charlie Coach. He's absolutely smashed it. But moving back to the team, they've absolutely smashed it as we've won the Premier League this season. 83 points, 4 points clear of City. We have smashed it once again with an unbelievable amount of goals. How many of those went to Josh Woods? And oh my god, Josh Woods is destroying right now. 82 rated, 30 years of age, 16 Champions League goals, 34 in the Premier League. He's doing it all over Europe. He continues to get better. He is aging like a fine wine right now. And of course, those sorts of numbers are going to win you the Golden Boot. He smashed it, beating everyone by a mile. This guy continues to absolutely dominate. The top assist award actually went to Haaland with 11. We had 2 additions with Fernandez Pardo and El Canus on there with 9 this season. That's nice to see. And then Mads Hermansen pulls home the Golden Glove once again. 12 clean sheets this season. He continues to go from strength to strength. Now the final thing is to go through all the competitions. So we actually won the Community Shield, beating Liverpool 2-0 this season. The Carabao Cup went to West Ham after they beat United 2-1 in the final. The FA Cup went to Spurs in a London derby as they won 3-1. Juventus ended up winning the Champions League, winning 2-1 versus Villarreal, and they were actually the team that beat us in the semi-finals with an insane 5-2 comeback in the second leg. Shakhtar Donetsk beat Braga 3-0 to win the Europa League this year, and Atalanta beat Valencia 2-1 to win the Conference League. The end of another season. Absolutely smashed it. I'm loving this team. Can we get Josh Woods into that 85 range? That is the final goal. So moving into season 8, the goal is Champions League football, so we've strengthened our rotation so we're strong whenever anyone needs to come off. So Matvei Ponomarenko comes in from Southampton for 35 million. Bejan Ho comes in from Stoke for 34 million this season. Luke Harris arrives from Middlesbrough in a 33 million pound deal for the Welsh international, and Diogo Pinto comes in from Stuttgart. It's a 22 million pound deal. We are now so much stronger all the way through the team whenever we have to rotate, and if there are any injuries, I'm not too worried about the quality of the player coming coming in. But let's jump into Season 8. It's all about the Champions League. Let's see what sort of magic we can conjure. I'm excited for this one. Now, the team are doing pretty well at the halfway stage. We're second in the league, just 1 point off top. We're doing really well to keep up with City and Arsenal and challenge them consistently. But the thing we need to look at is Josh Woods. 84 rated right now. He scored 15 in the league, 27 overall. He's smashing it in all of the competitions. He continues to grow, even at the age of 31. I reckon we can get an 86, which for me would be a perfect Vardy number. I think that's the highest FIFA card he ever got. This would suit it. Can we get him up just 2 more ratings and then go and win the Champions League to finish the save? And we have done incredibly in the Champions League so far. We're second in the group stages, just 1 behind Arsenal. They pip us to the top of the group stages this year, but it automatically sees us through to the knockout stages. Can we do something special this year? We definitely have the team that should be able to do it. And so at the end of the season, we've won another title. We continue to dominate the English Premier League with 83 points joint with City. But we win it on goal difference. Those Woods goals have been so pivotal this season. And we've won yet another title. That's 3 in a row. We are smashing it. We've turned Leicester into an absolute machine. And Woods has been absolutely pivotal once again. This time, 34 goals in the league, 10 in the Champions League, a hat-trick in the Community Shield. He's smashed it all year round. It's another 52 goals scored this season, 5 assists. He's an absolute animal. I absolutely adore this man. And he continues to smash it with the player of the seasons as well. Another one for Josh Woods. Add it to the tally. He continues to dominate English football. And of course that means that's another golden boot in the cabinet for Josh Woods. He's done it again. 34 goals. What a monster this guy is. The top assist award actually goes to El Canus as well. 13 assists this season. He smashed it. And Hermansen has done it again. Another golden glove. 11 clean sheets. He runs away with it again. Our team is absolutely monstrous. But it all comes down to this. A Champions League final versus Villarreal. Can we pull home the biggest silverware in Europe? It's actually some team they've assembled here at Villarreal. Burkhardt. Still going. Absolutely takes on the inside. It's an unbelievable save from Hermansen. Burkhardt again. Looks for a good block from Reed. Still going. Still under. Save again. We're under pressure here. Villarreal making it difficult. Little players moving on the inside. Reed can't get there. Miley finds Laurent. Save from Hermansen again. Pulls in Pavlovic. Finds the extra man with Fatawu. And he's got the pace. He's got the pace to burn. He can start at home. It's a really poor finish. What a save, but should be doing better. Coming into the centre. Arriving, gets the seconds. El Canus battling for it on the edge, still with Villarreal. It's a save from Hermansen again. Are we going to get any chances here? On the outside to Fernandez Pardo. He looks for the ball. Woods finds El Canus. It's a big chance and it's an easy save in the end. That's so poor from me. It's unbelievable. Finds the extra man. Burkhardt's there. Just don't give him the easy one. Hit it. Block. Stolen. Well defended in the end. We are getting absolutely destroyed. And there's only one thing I can do to solve this problem. Put on the music. He comes into the middle, clips it for Hatto. Hatto is in space as he drives to the byline. Hatto could find the run of Woods. Short to Woods, who lets it run and curled it beautifully. They didn't mark the short corner. Woods came close. He just let it cut across his body. And that is an unbelievable finish. Lovely quick play. Woods just steps across it. And the accuracy to find the top corner from there is sublime. Enzo finds the extra man. Yoro steps up. Can't get to him. He releases Burkhardt. Out comes Manson, deals the final blow. Leicester City are champions of Europe. Woods, it's the decider with a beautiful goal. And now, this save is over. I have loved it so much. Taking this crazy journey of trying to find the next Jamie Vardy. Fighting tooth and nail to make Woods better and better each season, when each year he hit his roof, he hit his ceiling. We activated that dynamic potential. It's been a real experiment of how dynamic potential can work for you. And in theory, you can take any player in this game and make them usable. I hope you have enjoyed this. I have adored this journey. And it ends here with a Leicester City trophy lift. The mirror picks it up to crown Leicester as champions, the champions of Europe. This save is over. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do leave a like and subscribe, because this takes some effort to get these videos going. I hope you're enjoying them, but we are done here. If you've enjoyed this video, I'll pop one up in the middle of the screen right now that I know you'll enjoy. But this is it. Thank you. I will see you guys later. Have a lovely rest of the day, and until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Everybody, peace out.